best friend, okay, well, one of them, because Jenny was like, I'm right here. Hello. We were pregnant together at one point. Been best friends since the original show. Like, yeah. And then Vinny is always trying to start some. He's like, Sue Joey, like, always. And then, they're still at the game, and Nikki finally gets to meet Sammy. And, like, Sammy says, like, she's a doll, she's a sweetheart. I love Sammy. Like, she is very much drama-free, she's carefree. She really tries to stay out of the mess. Besides what happened with Angelina, she stays out of the mess. Especially with, she's trying to get pregnant and everything. She stays out of the mess. And then Polly's team did lose, but we saw his stats, and he did great. And then Mike is telling Polly all about this fight that was happening while he was playing the game. And he's like, what the heck? Whoa, whoa. And then they're going to get Italian food at Casa de More. And there is this waitress that we see a lot on the show. Like, every time they're in Vegas, they always go to this restaurant, and she's always there. And then, like, we get some double-shotted love flashbacks. Like, makes me want to watch the show over again. And, like, Nikki was like, Sammy, you ever watch Double Shot Love? And she was like, no. And she was like, please don't. She was like, please don't. And, like, Vinny was like, you almost dated me at one point. And Nikki was like, that was never happening. Never happening. So then once they get to the restaurant, Polly pulls, because he needs his girl help. He's like, oh, so this is the game plan. This is what we're gonna do. I need your help pulling off this prank. And she's like, sure, babe, no problem. And yeah. And Nicole isn't trying to start anything, but she sat directly. Y'all know Angelina and her got into like a disagreement last episode. So she sat right in front of Angelina to talk about their issue. But they didn't even talk about it. Like, what was up with that? Because I think the whole conversation was monopolized by something else. And Sammy was like, dang, it would be nice to have a drink. But, she's doing the IVF thing, so she couldn't have any drink. And then, so Jenny was, like, interrogating her. She was like, so, why are there so many this? And who put the pictures in my room? And, like, Nikki had an answer for everything. Good girl, good girl. Like, she had an answer for everything. And then I'm ready for Polly to fess up. We have been talking about this prank for 3 or 4 episodes now. Tell them that this is not your house. They watch the show, like, why do you think that is his house? This will be the last review I have to mention this is, because they end up leaving. But anyways, and then Annie has been on the show a lot. That's the waitress, because they come there a lot. And then Polly was like, yeah, baby, you want this? He was like, Vinny was like, yeah, sure. He wasn't talking to you, Vinny. Go get you a girlfriend. It is time, okay? I know that you and Polly have a bromance, but he has had a girlfriend for almost 5 years now. It's time to move forward, okay? And then there goes Mike again. He ordering for the whole table. Everybody know he's the king of ordering for the food, okay? And then, Nikki's like, oh crap, like, but she got it. And they were grueling her. And, there was one of those asking what's favorite color. I love blue too. Freedom. Love that blue. Okay. And then one thing about Nikki, she got her man's back. Okay. And Nicole doesn't want to talk about what happened the night before. But you talked about it later. Okay. And then Vinny decides to apologize to Jenny. And Nicole is done with Angelina. She's tired of her talking shit. And this and the third. And she's like, and Angelina's like, keeps talking shit about Joey and this and the third. This, that, and the third. And then Angelina said that she doesn't want to fight with her. She just wants to move forward, blah, blah, blah. And saying that, Angelina was like, you could have brought this up at dinner. Or one of them said to each other, you could have brought this up at dinner. But they didn't. Like, let's stop trying to ruin dinner with confrontations. This needed to be a one-on-one thing. And maybe personally, it shouldn't have been on Deena's bed. Deena was trying to go to sleep, which I will show y'all right now.
Go to sleep.
And they started to both proceed to argue. And Angelina said that, oh, Joey's playing you. He don't care about you. Like, Joey has been her gay bestie for a minute. Like, you over here saying all that when you wasn't even a part of Jersey Shore Family Vacation in the first place. First place, okay? I think you came in, season 2, season 3, whatever. We're on season 7. Like, give it a rest, Angelina. Give it a freaking rest, okay? Like, you're doing a little too much. And Nicole is like, okay, being friends with her, but she does not trust her, okay? And Nicole said, you're not gonna make me quit this show again. Cause I guess there was a moment in time that she did quit after the wedding thing. So yeah. Angelina's like, oh, I didn't make you quit. You made yourself quit. And I was like, oh my goodness. Ladies, y'all are doing a little too much. And Deena's like, and Nicole's like, right, Deena? And she's like, I just wanted to go to sleep. Can we go to sleep? Like, girl, I feel you, Deena. I don't like people messing with my sleep either. Ain't nobody got time for that ish. Nobody got time for it. And then, like, this person, I think that y'all should just went to sleep. Like, why are we even having this conversation? Y'all should went to sleep. And Deena tells Nicole, like, you're a little worked up. Let's go to bed. Like, we have a flight to catch. Like, let's go to sleep. And Deena feels like the situation was half squashed. So they're still feelings there. Meanwhile, Sammy thinks she should be having fun with her friends, and, but she's worried about taking her IVF shots. And she does get good news from her doctor. She has 6 embryos, so that is a start. She calls to tell her boyfriend. And then, Paulie sneaks away to his real home, and him and Nikki are talking, and the prank is almost over. Yay! Because I'm tired of talking about the prank every week. Like, the prank is over. And, like, this prank required too much work. And Jenny, she's like, it's the next day. Jenny's like, I couldn't get any sleep because Mike was snoring. And then, Jenny and Nicole and Deena leave, which leaves everybody else still there. And Angelina's talking to her friend, Tasha. And we all know his ex, Jason's ex, is Caitlyn. I used to like Caitlyn. I don't like Caitlyn because she went after, I don't care. Y'all hosted, we're going to get into a different show for a second. So if y'all don't mind my rant, y'all don't have to mind it. I'm sorry. But like, you and Tasia had co-hosted a couple seasons before the guy, Jesse Palmer, before he took over all the hosting duties for all franchises, right? Right, for at least the Bachelorette. And then, like, all of a sudden, you was dating her ex-fiance. Don't even know if you're dating dude now. That just shows that you don't care about girl code. You'll just date anybody that you can. So, I don't like her, okay? And then Angelina's like, oh, me and Vinny 2.0 have been having problems. Either you're in or you're out. Like, you cannot keep doing this in and out shit, okay? And Angelina has had a problem with everybody. I think Paulie thinking like, damn, can y'all leave? I've got to go. I've got to go back to my headquarters. Got to go back to my house. And then Angelina's, I wish I could have showed y'all the montage, because like they showed like her fight with Jay, while I wish she was putting her fingers in people's faces. The fight with Nikki and Paulie, where Nikki, Angelina had poured wine on Nikki. And Nikki don't play that shit. And Nikki went to pour water on her. Well, poured water, and then Angelina went the next level and poured wine. Y'all remember. And then the wedding, and then like fights with Mike, which were numerous, and with Sammy and Nicole. At this point, no, even Deena, yeah, she got into it with her too. Like, you get into it with everybody on the cast. And like, I love me a good montage too, okay? And they had to leave for the airport. And Angelina wouldn't leave. Like, what the are you doing? We are ready to go. And Polly is ready to go. And then finally she saunters out of the room with her little shades. And he was like, oh, she got her hater shades. Mike was like, oh, she got her hater shades on. Like, it is time to go. And then, Polly, you was almost there with pulling off this prank. He came out with a friggin' suitcase. And then Sammy's like, why do you have a suitcase? Ain't this your house? And he's like, oh, yeah. You messed up your whole prank just by doing that. And I'm so glad that the prank is finally over, because this has been on for like 4 episodes, because they were there for the big game for like a whole week, okay? And I agree with Sammy. People don't watch like you need to watch what you say. And he keeps saying, oh, my show. It's like, it's not your show. It's not your podcast. And what the heck is Zeitgeist or whatever? Like, Vinny was just over there making up words. And Vinny knows people will be offended. And they kept playing flashbacks of Jenny. So you think Jenny's easily offended? I just think people get offended when it's something they don't like. Ha ha! Just had to throw that out there. Okay. And then Sammy doesn't need the pettiness. She got other things to focus on. And Nikki is making Polly avocado toast. I personally followed Nikki on Instagram. Like, she has her mint swim line, or is that, no, that's something else, but she does have a swim line, and she be cooking in the kitchen. That girl know how to cook, okay? And then Polly said, like, I used to have regular salt, now I have flaky salt and all sorts of salt. Like, I'm just salty at this point. That made me laugh. And then Jenny is happy to be home. They're all happy to be home, and they're telling their loved ones what happened on the trip. And Deena was like, that didn't look like his house on the show. There's no way that was his show, because it looked like it was in a neighborhood that he wouldn't usually live in, because like he lives in like a gated community. So yeah, because he didn't want y'all messing up his house. And then they're all figuring it out. It wasn't his house. And Nicole was telling Joey what happened. And Sammy's going to hope for the best with this embryo thing. I wish them both good luck. I hope that one of these days, Sammy gets on her Instagram and announces that she's pregnant. It could happen. You never know. But don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. All reviews will be back on their regular days as scheduled. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.